Hello everyone, so in this video, we are gonna do something dumb. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play ranked, and we want to make a ghost. That's why we're not in Grandmaster, but we're in Diamond. Also because this has taken a few attempts and we have dropped a bit. But mostly because we have a greater chance to actually create a ghost if we're not in Grandmaster. Because each rank has a certain amount of slots for ghosts, and there are less players in the other ranks than Grandmaster right now. And this way we have a better chance to make a ghost. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the Carmen, and instead of doing the usual thing we do, where we try to get the best possible board and scale it to the moon, we're gonna do the opposite. So we're still gonna get the Dark Orb set up and get millions of HP. But then we're gonna sell our board and make something nonsensical. We're gonna hopefully make someone question reality and wonder how someone can have that much HP and know nothing about the game. So let's just jump into this game and see what we can make happen. So in this first day, we want to find economy. So we just pick up this moon knife because it has a lot of potential if we can find the Midas diary. And now we just level up. It gives us a better chance to find the epics, or it gives us a chance to find them. We did find a second moon knife. That's also pretty good. But now we would really want to find the Midas or the nugget. Another moon knife is also fine, especially when it gives us the nugget. And another nugget. And a third nugget. Alright, that's perfect. Now, we really want to find the shield bearer event on day 4. Because then we can give multicast to this nugget. Especially now that we already have the 1-star locked in the shop. So that would be ideal. We are fighting a pretty strong opponent here. He's gone for a lot of 15 gold items. He's even upgraded them early. So we do lose pretty early here. And we actually get the shield bearer. That's so good. So now it has multicast, and now we upgrade it. So we pick up this nature's call. Oh, and we actually have everything we want there. I think the Midas diary plus the moon knife will earn us more money than the nugget. So we might actually pivot out of the nugget there, even though we have the multicast on it. It will depend on what we find later. And this fourth opponent is also kind of bad for us because of the 2 flares. He's scaling up the burn, so we will die pretty soon. Hopefully with this multicast 1-star nugget we shield enough. Which it looks like we do because the storm is about to start, and once the storm starts, you usually die pretty fast because of how it exponentially scales up the burn. So we did earn a decent amount there. And now we just grab these items we locked and level up for some more HP. There's another moon knife. That's perfect. Because every time these moon knives hit, we get money from the Midas diary. So at this point, we'll probably be earning more money with the Midas than we are with the 1-star multicast nugget, which is kind of insane. But we're not super lucky with our opponents, though. This guy is also very strong, so we will die fairly soon. But we do have a very good economy board, so we will earn enough money to potentially build everything we need. So there we lose. And we are down to 1 heart, so we do need to start winning soon. So we grab the brute today, which doesn't do anything to help us win. But if we survive and get this down to 1 second, it will generate so many vials and so many free rerolls that we can find everything we need later. And here we found a lost fragment, which is probably better than this nature's call. So we should sell something here. We just sell this nature's call. And now we start multicasting. And we'll multicast this moon knife to do some damage to slightly increase our chances to win. But this guy has a green book, and a green book is stronger than a purple book. So we will probably lose this fight. Because he's applying a lot of poison, and his toxins, the green book, is re-triggering the poison damage. So this will kill us, but then we get the Muriel event that gives us 2 hearts back. And we somehow have to survive the next fight to reach day 8, where we get 2 more hearts, which will guarantee that we get to day 9, where we hopefully get Carmen. Or, I mean, we do get Carmen, because this video doesn't exist if we don't. So now we have 200 gold to spend. We find the Dreamcatcher there, and you guys know how much I like my Dreamcatcher. Now we can start reducing the cooldown on something. And we also find this Moon Veil, which will give multicast to these Moon Daggers. There was a second one there, but I think that's a little bit too expensive, because we are running out of money. And now we want to reduce the cooldown on this Midas Diary, because we will eventually pivot out of these moon items and only use this Midas Diary as our economy. And let's give it -2 cooldown with that vial, because this Dreamcatcher will only reduce it by 0.8 seconds when you don't multicast it. So that will just barely get it down to 1 second, assuming we get a opponent that doesn't kill us too fast. But then the run is over regardless. And let's just spend the rest of our money here. And we freeze for this moon knife. It will give us a free chest and some XP. And we do actually get a very good opponent. This guy deals no damage. He also reduces his debuffs with this lifeguard, so our poison is meaningless, but it does let the fight stall for longer, which is perfect. And here I speed it up a bit, and as you can see, this Midas Diary barely gets down to 1 second. And now we get the 2 extra hearts, so now we're safe again for now. And this protector might come in handy, because we do need to start winning now. And if we fight a debuff opponent, we do really need this protector. So now we just look for more of the things we need, more of the same. And at this point, we probably pivot out of the moon items, because now this Midas Diary is 1 second. So we want to multicast that with a Lost Fragment instead. And we want to start reducing the cooldown on this brute today. We need to get this to 1 second as fast as possible. And we also need to get more HP soon, so we'll freeze for this life essence as well. And this opponent will kill us. He has this Doom Guide, which will trigger 3 times, and with this fast activating multicasted healing word, we stand no chance. So let's speed this up and get it over quickly. So as predicted, we did lose that fight and we're down to our last life, but we did get Carmen. So to my surprise, maybe not yours, this is a video. And now we just need to find everything we need and not die. So let's grab these CDR potions to get this brute today down to 1 second as fast as possible. And we also want to get this protector upgrade to hopefully stay alive. So let's sell the moon knife. It's time for that. We'll reduce the cooldown even further to get it to 1 second as fast as possible to get a few extra vials. And we'll also use all of these vials on the fast activating Midas Diary, because that will be the first thing we pivot out of as soon as this brute today is permacasting. And we didn't fight a debuff opponent, so the protector was pointless, but this guy luckily doesn't have a lot of damage on his Holy Trident, so it looks like we do win this fight as well. And we probably get this brute today down to 1 second, and then we can start permacasting that with the Lost Fragment, and that will give us enough free rerolls to hopefully find everything. So now the storm is kicking in, and we do have way more HP than him. And we're only getting 20 vials this round, so we're not getting a lot of money, especially when this Midas Star is only like unupgraded, doesn't earn that much. So now we start picking up these sapphires, because we do eventually want to use this life essence, and the extra crit multiplier will give us more max HP. So now we can start multicasting this brute today for extra vials. And that multicast potion is a little bit too expensive because we're very poor. We do have some free rerolls we can use to look for hopefully a Crown Forge potion or something else. So we give this Lost Fragment some multicast to get this brute today permacasting faster. And we keep using all our vials on this Midas Diary to make sure we win the fights. And we just freeze for this life essence, because we do want it eventually. And now we are applying a lot of poison. This guy is healing a lot though, but we have twice his HP, so we should be fine here. And now we're getting a ton of vials from this brute today. We won and we live to see another day. And look at all those vials coming in. So at this point, we have a lot of shopping to do and a lot of files to use. So I'll probably do some editing here to speed this up for you guys. So now we're just picking up all the potions we'll need later on, as well as some CDR potions for our items. We're looking for more of these Lost Fragments to get this to 2 stars so that it will multicast and make this brute today permacast as fast as possible. We're also picking up these mirror potions to get this brute today to 1 star. And we're picking up these value potions to potentially use it on the Crown Forge potion, because that costs 200 gold. And with those, we can get them for free. So here we're getting this brute today to 1 star. And we got this life essence to 2 stars. Now we're just using all the vials here to get all the defensive ones on the brute today, because that one we will be keeping, and all the offensive ones on the Midas Diary, because we do still want to make sure we win, and we want to use it on a disposable item that we can get rid of eventually. We leveled up so much from just right-clicking those XP potions. And with these vials we have, we get every item down to 1 second. And we get a very nice opponent here. He does no damage, so we're very safe. But he also cleanses a lot of the debuffs we're applying. So we get to stall this fight out as well. And with this perma-casting brute today, we'll get so many vials. We'll have a lot of shopping to do next day. And now the burn is starting to tick down, but I'm pretty sure our poison will kill him before the storm ever does a lot of damage. Actually, it's healing a lot. So we did get to stall that fight for a long time. We got 900 vials there. Tell me that sound isn't beautiful. And we get 200 free rerolls. So we keep using the defensive vials on this route today. And we got a lot of gold there as well. But now we have a lot of shopping to do. So with the magic of editing, let's speed this up. And we're picking up a ton of these route today. So now we have 2 of them at 2 stars. And we also find the dark orb. But we're dirt poor, so we have to juggle these value potions to barely be able to afford everything. But with these CDR potions, we can get everything down to the 1 second cooldown cap, and we don't want to right-click these poison vials, because we have too many of them. So we're just manually using a few of them here to make sure we win the fight, but not too many to where we kill them too fast. And I'm very glad we used these vials, because this guy has a 2-star moon bow, which is scaling its damage, and he also has used candies. So this guy's actually starting to deal damage to us. But now just listen to these vials. That must be one of the most satisfying things in the game. And we also have... How many rerolls is this? 363 rerolls. So once again, let's get this shopping done. And this time I'm doing some clever cutting to only show the exciting parts. So I picked up a bunch of the Crown Forge potions. So now we have the Dark Orb setup ready. We got all our items we need to 3 stars. We make them dark. And just because we can, we also use these vials to make sure we don't die. And we're fighting Astra. This guy is my arch nemesis. He doesn't know it, but I was doing a challenge once, and every single run that had potential, I ended up facing this guy, and he kept killing me. So we're getting our sweet, sweet revenge. And we're almost at 100 million HP, I think. Still going up. And there, yeah, we ended at 92 million HP. And here we just use all of these potions to clear up our inventory. And even though we have 92 million HP, let's do one more round of HP scaling just to make sure. Because there is a chance someone could kill us with 100 million HP. But if we have 200 million HP, we'll probably be safe. We probably would with 100 million too, but why not just go for 200? And now it's time to make this ridiculous board. So I saw this mace study, which will give damage to maces. And this mythic rod looks like a mace, but it isn't. And it also has an ability that only works if you only have unique types. So let's place an elven orb in, which is elven, of course, and make this spyglass elven. So now we have 2 elven items. So now the mythic rod doesn't work. And this elven orb can't get multicast, so let's try to multicast it. And also make the 2 most useless items on our board 3 stars, so it looks like we spent all our money on that. And let's just do this fight. Like, imagine you fight this board. Like, you see this stupid thing, and you think, oh, this will be easy. And then you start dealing damage, and the HP just doesn't go down. I would think I was hacking. Like, no player with 200 million HP would end up making this board. Like, our board just doesn't make sense at all. I can only imagine how confused people will be who face this board. Our opponent has 20 multicast, 130 poison venom strike, and doesn't make a dent. The fight is about to be over, and we might have lost a sliver of our HP bar. Alright, next day, and let's make something else. So let's just sell all of these. Maybe we want to use the spyglass again. But this video has had enough shopping, so I'm just gonna skip to the final board and explain what we have. So this is our board. So the holy sigil, the top right item, triggers a holy item to the left of it. And the hunter's tome is yellow, and it also has heal, so it's gotta be a holy item. So let's trigger that as much as possible. We also have the tri-gem there, which gives damage if you only have unique types. But we have multiple holy items. Like, we clearly have 3 of them. But for some reason it's not working. And we have a 3-star spyglass with 4 multicast. Because that's where all our money went. But it's actually dealing a lot of damage. We're killing this guy. Imagine you have that board, you face this and you lose. I would be mad. Alright, we have one more board to go before we win. So let's put together something even more stupid. And I have an idea, and this will be magnificent. So this time we actually made a very strong board, and we accidentally made our items 100 seconds cooldown. And both of these are frosty, but these are 100 seconds. So we have to reduce them back down to 1 second with these dream catchers. But for some reason, you have to wait for the entire 100 seconds before they cast, even though you reduce them to 1. The cooldown bar just gets very long. I love this board. It's so stupid. Like, they're at 1 second cooldown now, but they still will never cast for this fight at least. And it's the last fight it can possibly be, because it's day 17. And just in case, and if you wanted to know how much damage this would have done, let's do the oak fight. But thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe on your way out if you enjoyed it. And for the future, I'll try to upload a little bit more regularly. I've just been very busy in these last few weeks. But hopefully, from here on out, I'll upload a little bit more often. So see you guys next time.